everyone, and thank you for attending this community conversation where we hear your STL made stories.
We're so excited about this conversation and this collaboration to just get an understanding of why people come to St. Louis, what their perceptions are, how they change, and to then use that because we want to grow our region and be what we should be to those who locate here.
Being an administrator, educator in New York, and being also a single parent in New York, it's kind of like you're constantly on that hustle and bustle. So I used to literally survive off of 10,000 cups of coffee a day. I don't know. I should have just had an IV bag of coffee, and so moving here, I experienced it's the total opposite effect. I just feel like I have more time with my daughter. I'm able to have a better work-life balance here.
For me, I'm a plant scientist by training, and this is a huge region for plant scientists, for agriculture, for ag tech. So for me, this is kind of where we all come. There's a running joke in the plant sciences that at some point your career will come through St. Louis just because there's so many opportunities and jobs here.
I was in a program at St. Louis University where we did volunteering in different parts of the city. So I got a really awesome opportunity to see parts of the city that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. I think I naturally wouldn't have headed into those areas of the city. And I got to make some really great connections with kids and families. One of the things that I heard moving here was don't go past this area or don't go into this part of downtown, And going into those areas really broke down a lot of barriers for me, and understanding that St. Louisans are St. Louisans, and we all, dream of a city that's better and brighter for everybody.
The question I got most often moving, to Missouri in general and St. Louis as well is that safe for you as a queer person, based on the policy and the politicians? Right. And living in St. Louis, I think, is the most vibrant queer community I've ever encountered.
Before we came, I think the main concern people told us was the safety.
Yeah, sure.
Which for us, being from Brazil, we were like, really? It doesn't sound right. Let's check it out. But I don't feel unsafe.
Yep.
Maybe in
Definitely
areas of the town that I don't know, maybe. But
But
wherever
that
we've
we
been,
are used to. Yep.
never seen anything strange.
Sherman, anything you think people from outside St. Louis get wrong about St. Louis?
I would say the same. I just echo everybody's sentiments. I think the crime. It really wasn't discussed too much, but what I did hear is that there's crime, and then I say, well, there's crime everywhere. There's crime in Iowa, believe it or not.
St. Louis is not the city, you kind of think it is. It's got a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of things to do.
To me, St. Louis feels like a big city, and you often hear people saying it has that small town feel with the big city amenities, and it really does feel like that.
Every flight I've taken is 2.5 hours or less because we are right in the middle of the country, and you could get anywhere from here. Or if you want to drive, half of the country could drive here in a day.
I would say you need to explore the whole city and not just the one little part of it that you might find yourself in.
Everyone's genuinely want to help. They actually want to see you progress.
People just make places, I feel, and it's not the place itself. So connections are what are the important things, in my opinions.